Okay, so I saw this on Twitter. They said, what's the best album opener? Of course, I scoured my music library once again, and I have a lot of picks to share with you all today. Off rip, definitely had to go Fantasy by Mariah Carey. I mean, what she was able to do with that Genius of Love Tom Tom Club sample was just brilliant to keep it quite simple with you. And I also really love her lyrics over here, especially the second verse. Great songwriter. Vocals that you hear are amazing. Yeah, one of the greatest songs of all time, I fear, and I think it starts off the album on such a strong note. And then last up for Mariah, I had to go with Vision of Love from her debut album. This is the first Mariah album I listened to all the way through. And I just remember hearing this for the first time and absolutely blew me away with, all the vocal stylings, with melisma, which she popularized, by the way, inspiring singers such as Beyonce, a Kelly Clarkson, a Christina Aguilera, and many more to come. So just in terms of the vocals, it's amazing to listen to, and there's so many bells and whistles. I love her songwriting on here. I love their production, just a classic. So I had to mention this one. All her opening tracks are great, of course, but these are the two that I was like, I have to mention these. For Janet Jackson, I decided to go with Unbreakable, the song. And this is one that I feel like is very underrated in her catalog. People don't really talk about this song or this album enough, and I feel like this is a great later career album. But the song is just so joyful. I love the lyrics on here. I love her vocals. I think she sounds great. I love the production in here. So yeah, this one just deserves a little bit more. In my opinion, it's one of my favorite Janet Jackson songs of all time for sure. For Ariana Grande, I decided to go with Imagine off of her Thank You Next album. This is just a beautiful track. I like the whistle notes on here. I like the sentiment of the song. Just very dreamy to listen to. Really appreciate it. Next up, I had to go I'm Your Baby Tonight by Whitney Houston. She recorded this in one take because she wanted to go to the mall. One of the best singers of all time. I love the lyrics on here. I love the production, that new jack swing. The vocals on here are sublime. The bridge, like this song just gave me everything that I needed. It really did. And yeah, she was on fire with this one, plain and simple. Also with Whitney, I had to go with It's Not Right, but It's Okay. I love the music video for this. I love the hair in the music video. I love the outfit. Yeah. This one is a classic. Stevie Wonder, Loves in Need of Love Today. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, Stevie Wonder, one of the best artists of all time, one of the best singer-songwriters ever to do it. And this song is just a masterpiece. So, had to include this. No skips on this entire album, by the way. Decided to throw in something a little bit new. Olivia Rodrigo, All American Bitch. Great way to open up the Guts album, I think. It's a fun listen. Next up, Moment by Victoriamonet. Yep. 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 I really like the production in here. Vocals are very complimentary. Lyrics are great. Yeah, just a really nice way to open up this album, I think. And there's no skips on this entire album, which is very rare for me to say. Yep. Came out swinging with this song. What else can I say? For Beyonce, I have two. First one had to go with Crazy in Love featuring Jay-Z because how can I not? One of her signature songs at this point, and yeah, a lot of people would not even be doing what they're doing without this song. I mean, the music video is iconic as well, and yeah, just doesn't really get much better than this. I fear we love to see it. And then the other one I decided to go with was I'm That Girl off of the Renaissance album. Yeah, what an experience it is every single time I listen to the album, and starting off with this song, it just puts you in the right, mind frame to listen to the album. And that's what I decided to really think about with these opening tracks. How it's setting me up for the album, how great of a song is it on its own. This song checks all the boxes for me. Production is great, vocals are amazing, of course. I love the lyrics, the samples on here are great. Yeah, this song is everything. For Taylor Swift, I also have two. First up, I decided to go State of Grace off of Red, Taylor's version. Yes, I really like the production on here, especially the drums really stand out, and the whole landscape of the song is great. So very enjoyable to listen to. And then the other pick is the one from the Folklore album. I still think that this is her best opening track, to be honest with you. I really like the production. It's really refreshing. I like her vocals. I like the lyrics on here as well. So this and State of Grace are kind of, very close for number one, but this one edges it out ever so slightly, in my opinion. For Paul McCartney and Wings, I decided to go Band on the Run. I like all the different sections of the song that it has. Paul has great vocals. I really like the music on here. I like the lyrics. It's just kind of representative of the best of what the 70s has to offer. Just a classic track. So I wanted to do this one. Britney Spears also did two. First up, I have Baby One More Time. One of the best and most influential debut singles of all time, I fear. I really like her vocals on here. I feel like people don't give her enough credit as a singer. I think she's a little bit better than what people say. I like the lyrics on here. Shout out to Max Martin, the production. Yeah, she came out with a hit. We love to see it. Then, of course, I had to do Oops, I Did It Again. The music video for this one is super iconic. And yeah, everything that I said about the last song transfers right over to this one. Yeah, to have such strong lead singles back to back. Yep. It's ingrained in the history books, I fear. Then Aretha Franklin, Don't Play That Song. This is a cover. I believe Benny King originally did this, but I like the spin that Aretha puts on it to make her own. I always really appreciate her covers. And, she's playing the piano. She sounds great. The vocals on here and just the tones. Yeah, phenomenal way to start off this album, in my opinion. One of her best, I fear. Decided to go with Hard Times by Paramore. Yeah, what I really like with this album is the juxtaposition between the subject matter and the instrumentation and stuff like that, because a lot of times it's upbeat in terms of that, but if you actually like listen to what they're saying on the song, it's just really interesting, that juxtaposition. So I appreciate this one overall, a banger. Next up, Harry Styles' Music for a Sushi Restaurant. I just think that this is a really fun track to listen to. I love the horns on it. I like his vocal delivery on it. I really like the lyrics on it. It's just fun. It's not that serious, and that's what's really great about this track. Is a nice way to start off the album. Golden is a really great song by him as well, but I wanted to go off this one. Dangelo, Brown Sugar, another one of my favorite debut singles of all time. Very smooth vocals on the track. Overall, great production and lyrics on here too. Yeah, classic. Then Lord, Greenlight. Yeah, I feel like this is different for her. And yeah, I really like the way that it started off the album, and this is a great album, by the way. Adele, Rolling in the Deep, because how could I not include this amazing song right here? And then also wanted to include Strangers by Nature, because this is one that I've been listening to a little bit more recently. But I love the lyrics on here. She's literally saying, I'll be sending flowers to the cemetery of my heart. Like, yeah, I love it. I love it. I really love the production on here and just the way that everything is set up. And yeah, some of Adele's best songwriting of all time, I fear. Michael Jackson, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. I mean, flashy, fun, cool, amazing vocals, amazing lyrics. I mean, what else could I ask for in this moment? What else? I mean, had to include this one. Decided to include Kelly Clarkson, Skip This Part, because I really enjoyed the song. I really like how it switches up at the end and how rocky it gets and stuff. I think it's super cool. SZA, Supermodel. It really sets up the stage for the album quite well in terms of the confessional style and just the vocal deliveries and stuff like that. I really like. And yeah, and I really liked hearing her talk about how the song came to be and stuff, with her friend playing the guitars and Pharrell and the drums and everything. And yeah, I really enjoyed this song a lot from her. Last up, I decided to go Dynasty by Rina Sawayama. What an epic and grandiose opening track. Yep. It was something serious. Like, the production on here, phenomenal. The vocals on here, the lyrics, yeah. It was something serious, I fear, and I had to mention this one. So those are my picks for some of my favorite album openers of all time. There's more that I really like, but these are just ones that really stood out to me that I wanted to share today. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Do you agree with any of my picks? What are some of your favorite album openers? Give me a top 5. Let's continue that conversation down below in the comments.